company in 1990. I was working for others prior to that time, and so I've had an opportunity to be able to go from Florida to Connecticut to New York, and then we really got into online way before online even really started to become a big thing since we now are in COVID. But I wind up starting to do lessons in Switzerland, Australia, China, the Bahamas, Brazil, um, Italy, and that's all I can think of right now for my voice students of where they are in origin. So I'm really excited about, oh, okay, from Philly. And oh, okay, you say have no experience. It's okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you. So so these are some of the students I've had, personal students, as well as I am a music teacher by trade. I went to college and I studied voice classical training as my early beginnings, and from doing that, I wind up traveling and performing from country to country and state to state. So I've performed now in about I think it's 7 countries and 38 states. So I've had a little feel. I also had opportunity to debut on Broadway in an off Broadway show. That's fun. So I've had that opportunity, which was something I was just like so eager when I was graduating from high school. I want to perform on Broadway. I want to perform on Broadway. I was like, okay. So I was leading up to that. Hey, Massachusetts. Okay. I was leading up to that way, and so I live in New York City, and I've been doing a little bit of both because I love educating people. As a teacher in a classroom, I felt like I was just not doing enough. I really wanted to give you guys more information and more hands-on training, and I love going from country to country and training a whole master class of people, which is why master class session is really starting to form, because I like to really have results out of my classes. So that means that today I'm talking to you, but in my class you talk to me, and we make sure that you come in with a goal, and that goal is completed and through a course of challenges and trials. So you can't just come into class and just sit and listen. This is your last sit and listen class, y'all understand? So this is a time where we'll give you to sit and listen today, but other than that, you will be interactively in class, and we'll give you some objectives to do, and then we'll have you to practice and try them, and work together as a team so you can get what you need. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I just really want you to, oh, okay. You guys found me on YouTube. Well, good, good. Please share the video, because I want to help as many people as I can, possibly in getting people to understand where they are and figuring out what they're doing and how they're going to do it. The first thing you want to do, whether you're learning lessons for just your regular everyday thing, or whether you want to actually do something with these lessons, or if you're just speaking, because you have a lot of people that want to speak, but even though they want to speak, they really don't know, they're telling them, you know, really get them to say what they need to say. But while they're saying it, we want them to open their mouth. We want them to speak loud. We want them to say what they need to say. And while they're doing that, I want to be able to help you get to where you want to be. Okay. So you have to warm up your whole body, not just your voice, because your voice is connected to your mouth, which is connected to your neck, which is connected to your entire body, your whole sternum, and then you got the whole thing. So you can't warm up just your voice. You have to warm up your voice and your body. But before you get to that part, you have to get the other part ready. How many people now? I'm a lady, and I really don't know much about cars. But the one thing I do know is that in the wintertime, you cannot just get out there, start the car up, and then expect that car to take you wherever it's going to go. It's not going to work. Car's not warm. It's not even, you haven't even allowed it to run so it can get warm. It's like getting out the bed in the middle of the night and you're freezing. You don't want to do that. So this is the time where you can take the time to learn and get to know your body. This is a full body concept, okay? So you need to understand what you're doing. And I'm gonna push the chair back just a little bit because I want you to understand. Get on up now. This is a perfect opportunity because this is the only time that you're not on the screen. So I want you to stand and make sure you stand. Now, when I say singer's position, I want your feet flat on the floor, not legs close together like a soldier, but slightly apart. Okay, with hips width apart. Okay, that way you can stand and sit, stand and sit. If you're able to do that, then you're in good stance. Make your shoulders straight. Rouse your back, shoulders here, so you mean complete alignment. Okay, and your head. I always say, you ever seen singers? They be like this, and all down. I don't know what the heck they do. But think about it as if you had a book on your head. If you had a book on your head and you had your head here, this is my nieces all the time. Here, this way. This is singer's position. La, ah, ha, la, ha, ha. All right. So this is something you could really do. So that's the first thing you want to know is where's the position. All right. The next thing I want to show you is you have a core. Now, when we talk about this, I want you to make sure you take your arms up and take over and stretch over as far as you possibly can. Take it back up, stretch to the other side, over. I want you to feel all that rib cage because we're pulling where the voice is going to be coming from. You're going to be singing from this entire area, not just from here. Because anybody see any of my videos, I tell you about the balloon, you can't sing from one spot. This little sing from the diaphragm. Well, the diaphragm is connected to other things. So you can't sing from the front without singing from the back. Okay. So you have to have the entire center, the entire core. That's your upper stomach. I'm going to ask you later, so don't act like I'm not. That's your upper stomach, your lower stomach, your upper back, your lower back, your butt, your chest, and your mouth. All right. From all that. Got it? Upper, lower, upper, lower, butt, chest, mouth. That's your 7 points. In order for you to breathe, all of that will be filled in those chambers, okay? But here, continuing to work that core, I want you to drop down and touch your toes. You can't touch your toes. Now, I still can touch your toes. I'm a big girl, honey, but I still can touch my toes. You understand? So let's take it down. All right. You may not can see me, but take it all the way down. Touching your toes if you can. Well, my toes over here. I said walk the floor, walk up, walk back. All right. And then slowly come up. Slowly come up. I want you to take your neck down, drop your neck down, rotate your neck here. You don't even have to go all the way around. Take it back to the center, rotate to the other side. You're pulling everything, all those muscles. Here, turn your neck. Here, releasing tension. We're releasing all the tension here. Take it again, release tension again. Bring it to the back, middle. Okay? Take your shoulders, shrug your shoulders up, releasing the tension again. You releasing tension and down. Bring it up again and down. I want you to rotate your shoulders backwards. Okay, working all the entire thing. Okay, rotate the other way. All right. Point number 2, objective, breathing techniques. Breathing techniques, you have to think, you have a strong, thank you. I'm asking, my sister is helping me out a little bit. Now, I want you to think when you are drinking a thick shake. Now, my favorite shake is strawberry. However, you can go and give me that Friendly's banana split type of thing with some milk. What? I love it, love it. Okay. But I want you to imagine if you had a straw And with the straw, as if you're sipping in, when you sip in, the air is coming into the body. I did not do it through my nose. I want to make sure you understand that. I did not. I'm restricting myself if I use my nose. I want you to breathe the air in through the mouth. You're going to breathe in slowly for 7. When I breathe in, watch, my shoulders are not going to go up. It's those 7 points of breathing that I talked to you about that's going to fill up. Hold it and blow out on S. Okay? Now, you're going to have to practice that several times. Let me tell you, this is not an easy objective to get to master. So I really, really want you to work on your breathing technique. Okay? You're going to breathe in. You start slowly. You breathe in for 7. You hold for 7, and you release for 7. All right. So make sure you practice those breathing techniques because it's really, really going to get you to where you want to be as far as understanding your breathing structure. So when you get through breathing in, all right, and you can hold it for as long as you can. The more you practice, the better you'll be. All right. So I'm not giving you all of them. I'm going to give you a few of them because I really want to talk to you about the mechanics of quite a few things. Hopefully, you're really understanding this. And if you are, please, please let me know. Let me see the comments because this is the only way I can see you, especially on Facebook, is to be able to see you through your comments. Okay. All right. The next thing I want to talk to you about is how to breathe while driving or how to breathe. Now, I just got through doing the technique of standing. If you have seen any of my videos, first of all, make sure you subscribe and like so you can be able to go check out some of my videos. And there's one video that's on there where I'm lying on the floor. And when you're lying directly on the floor, you want to be on your back. Your legs don't need to be up in the air. It needs to be laying down on your back. When you're lying directly on your back, you're going to breathe that air in like you did before with a book on your stomach. When you have a book on your stomach, you can see your stomach inflating and you're able to hold the book suspended in the air. All right. Then you slowly use the air and the book will go back, the stomach will go back to regular position. Okay. That's one technique you surely, surely need to practice. When you're sitting like this, I want you to sit, not sitting all the way back in the chair, because you know when we sit in the chair already got the lean back concept. No, I want you to slide to the edge of the chair. I love these chairs because they're so nice and tall. I'm nice and tall, but you sit at the edge of the chair. Make sure your back is erect. All right. Hands on your knees, pulling up the air. You're now able to speak. You're now able to talk. You're now able to sing. You can do whatever it is that you need to do with your air, and you're able to talk for more than just if you haven't noticed, you haven't seen one baby when they were born. They're singing, they're screaming, they're crying. I've never heard a baby lose their voice. Now you can tell me, let me know if you know of any babies that have lost their voice when they first was born or any of the time they're growing up. While they're on their back, they're doing all that screaming. That's what doctors, they want you to keep them on their backs because they're developing lungs, they're developing their breathing. This is so important, people. So you really, really need to understand the process and the technique of speaking and breathing properly. Okay. So you're also going to learn some more vocal warm-ups. We're doing some things now. I'm taking you through them. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the challenges of these nodules. Nodules is something that I developed. I'll quickly tell you about that in a minute. I want you to learn how to find your vocal range. um, what age you should start singing. I don't know if any of you have children, and they may be interested in singing, or you just hear them around the house just driving you crazy. And why should I open my mouth? So it's important. So I want you to be able to do this. So let's talk about these vocal folds. Vocal folds are the two little flaps. So when you open your mouth, there, these little folds that are in there, they're here. So as you're talking, they're fluttering back and forth, fluttering back and forth. When you sing, they still floating and dancing. When you go up, at the very top, you'll see it fluttering. Then it goes all the way down that little lining that you see, and it's fluttering at the bottom. Okay? When they're fluttering, if you're not using these appropriately, you can abuse them. They can become thickened, they can become rubbing together and become sore. How is this? Well, I'll be the first one to tell you why, because unfortunately, when I was a little kid, I used to be loud. My sister say I'm still loud. I don't understand what she's saying, but I think I'm a little quieter. Do not listen to her in that cough back there. I am a little quieter. I'm loud on stage. But I had the opportunity. I would sing and I would holler, yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness, I go to a Pentecostal church, so we get it in. Jesus, hallelujah. I had no idea that there was a way that you're supposed to be using it from your belly. And they used to holler from your belly, holler from your belly. That's the Pentecostal church. Love it, love it. So, but I didn't know that, doing all the screaming and the hollering, that it really was abusive to the vocal cords. So, I mean, all of that was already going against what and I could always hear it. And even when all of the talking, when you start to feel your voice, I'm starting to leave you need to sort of cut off the talking. When you're doing stuff like this, did you know that whispering was abusive to vocal cords? I didn't know that. I did not know that whispering was just as bad as hollering. So these are some things that you really, really need to understand and you need to know, because it is serious. You want to make sure that you are getting the proper training, and you're really taking care of the voice. More than just drinking tea. You can drink tea all day long, but if you're not doing what needs to be done, and you need to watch it, because sometimes I sit down here on this voice like this, and you talking down here on these different techniques, and down here you're sitting on the lower parts of that vocal cords. I already just showed you the upper part where you see where it was telling you with the what is it, arytenoid cartilage. It tells you that, but I want you, it's at the top of that fold, and then it goes all the way down to the bottom. As your pitch changes, it goes all the way down to the bottom. Find a medium range of where to talk. Should I talk down here? Or should I talk right here? Or should I talk up here? Or should I talk up here? So you hear people doing different things all the time. And I never can understand when the voice therapist say, I need you to find a higher range to speak in and start properly speaking in those ranges. I was watching a movie on last night. I forgot the name of the movie. But the movie had to deal with this one lady, Vanessa Williams, and she was talking like a Frenchman. She was just so French. And they said, well, yeah, you're from Georgia. Where you get that accent from? Because she learned to train herself to talk like a French person. So therefore, she was able to speak in those languages, dialects, and so on and so forth. So you might want to, especially if you start to feel some kind of abrasiveness to the voice, change your pitch a little bit, lighten up, don't talk so heavy, okay? And be able to do different things so you can have the better effects on your voice. All right. Let me move on. I just talked to you about breathing techniques. That's why you see my little friend here, because he's right here showing you the core right in the middle. I don't know if you see my little cursor, but my little cursor is showing you where right from the top there all the way down. So if you felt up here, I don't know how many of y'all remember my homeboy Michael Jackson from Gary. All right, when you fill it up, he got that. Ooh, ooh. No, that thing here. All right. Well, let me tell you, with the pelvic tilt, it works. Even with the singing. All right. You're squeezing down on that. Okay. Earlier, and I can't even remember what I was singing now. They were screaming at me. What did I say? Go give me some bubble gum or something like that. I know it was on do me so me do me so do me do. That's what I was on, right? Oh, I said, may I have some bubble gum? All right, so now I already told you a little bit about stretching and stretching your core, but this is what I didn't tell you. Listen, now you got that part done, you got to work the top part. So you take your tongue out, do some tongue exercises. I'm not gonna go through them, but take your tongue out and back in to your nose, to your ear, the other ear, in and out, side to side, flip flop, clucking sound, as if you're drinking. Speaking of that, those precious little vocal folds need water, 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 water. Keep drinking. Why? Because they're not supposed to be dry. You're supposed to constantly drink. My sister's after me forever. Drink water, drink water. It has you can't sing and not have water. It has to be liquid. Now let's talk about liquid now. First of all, milk produces phlegm. So if you're trying to get phlegm off your voice, yeah, you can heat the milk up and do the milk and the honey, and then it will take off the phlegm that you have in there. It will take it out. Okay. Uh, if you're getting ready to sing, you can have honey, tea, and tea also dries the voice. So you got to be very careful. Use a herbal tea. Don't use a regular tea. A herbal tea, which will help you. Okay, this way it won't be drying out your vocal cords, and there'll still be something so warm because you want something warm on the vocal cords. You want something to be soothing for it. Oh my gosh, I used to have something called Golden Seal. Golden Seal, oh my goodness, it works miracles. I would open the pill up, put it in warm water, gargle with it, and immediately you could feel the effects, especially if you're a singer and you really need something. You need to make sure that you have that, and it will help you to get where you want to be and where you want to go. Okay. Another thing, let's go on to yawning. Yawning sounds is another warm up where you want to warm up. When you do this, it's the best one to warm the voice up in the morning. You're stretching. Oh. Then you go up a little higher. Oh. Everybody needs this. This is not just for a singer. This is for you to get that voice up in the morning, whether you are a speaker, whether you any human being. You got to get the voice up. You're like, good morning. How many people wake up say that? Good morning. So you want to wake your voice up, get your voice going. You want to make sure it's where it needs to be, and you can get it and get it moving and up and going. Okay. Sit-ups is so important. Inside the master class, there will be a master expert, Courtney Shelby. I don't know if you got a chance to see her, the conversation with her, but she will be going through physical exercises in her classes that work for your core so you can strengthen the core. I was training a young lady for Miss America pageant one year, and the her lessons, I think we were doing like 3-hour lessons a day. And in this lesson, so the one thing I needed to make sure she was able to do was to be able to belt, hold a note. You ever heard somebody say, you got to hold a note, child? You got to hold a note. So what I had her to do was to do sit-ups. But as she did the sit-ups and she came up, my knees up, huh, huh, the knees go right now. I got everything in front of me, but your knees come up to your stomach, and you're still with them. Ha! 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 When you feel it, you're feeling that core core engaged. You want your core to engage. Okay? So you'll be able to get that sound out. And the sound is now not coming in your mouth. You're pushing the sound to the audience. One exercise that I use for my students is I have them first stand at the wall, and I want them to make sure the sound comes back to them. So I have them go ha 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 ha. All right, they went from no sound to a little sound to as they pushing back. They got it. Each time they step back, the sound still has to bounce back. I don't care if they have to get to the back of the room. You should hear that sound bounce back. Ah! Did you hear the sound back? I used to love having my voice studio in the woods of Woodbridge because we would sing to the mountains and the mountains would sing back. So it's very important that you have a sound check. Ha ha. Open your mouth to sing. So, you know, if you closed mouth don't get fed. Well, closed mouth you can barely hear. Some people are expert singers, but you don't know what they're saying. I mean, you don't know what they're saying. Open your mouth. Ah, ha, ha, ha. All right, the sound. You should hear a resounding sound back from you taking the time to do the exercises, okay? The benefits from doing these vocal warm-ups and exercises are many. One, it will stop you from getting hoarse because now you want to voice up, so now you can be able to do it. You do not want a strain on your voice. When you want to talk, you don't want to be, excuse me. And another thing, if you have to sing or if you have to talk, do not. I repeat, do not go and eat sunflower seeds on your way there. Do not go and eat peanuts on your way there. Nothing with salt or sugar. I'll give you an example. Try chewing gum, and after you get through chewing gum, you have to do a lesson. See, don't that that sugar, that sucre, gets all in your vocal cords, and you start choking. Then you have to drink so much water to try to clear it. So I really, really want you to take time to think about what you're doing. Don't allow that to happen. I want you to get that in, take time, drink your water, think about what you're eating before. Don't allow it to have mucus. So because you want to sing, you want to have clear, you want to be clear. When you go to a voice lesson, when you do a voice lesson, you need to think about what you're doing. I had my student this morning. He gets up. I said, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm eating my cereal." Okay, well, right up the cereal, you just drunk a whole bunch of milk, and then he trying to sing, and he was choking. Why? Because it was a ton of sugar in addition to a ton of milk. So that might not be a very smart concept. All right. So think about, and in the class, and we'll give you a list of, things that you can eat prior to having a lesson. So don't, be mindful of what you're doing. All right. You want to be able to use your complete range. Complete range. So that's these are just a few benefits. I mean, so it's a lot more benefits, but it's just a few benefits for being able to do something. So right now we're going to do a few vocal warm-ups that will help you to just get the voice going. When I say open your resonators, I always say that you have singing goggles, like here. So if you take your hands here and do this, here, you have singing goggles. All right. So when you take this, you make sure that you're raising the cheekbones because you're singing and you're singing resonators. That means that you're all here in the cavity, in your nasal cavity, over here to keep your voice bright and open. So if I use the NG, nah, nah, nah. You ever heard of Molar and Curly? I know I'm dating myself a little bit. They just go, it's such a great warm up. because if there's any phlegm, especially in the morning, you want to get the phlegm out. See? Excuse me. See what I'm doing it myself, and we already at 7:30 at night. So it's getting it out. So you want to be able to get that out. All right. But when you do this, it opens your whole nasal cavity. Anything in there, any corona in there, got to be coming out of there. All right. So I'm helping you. See, even vocal warm-ups help you get out the corona or keep corona clear. So what am I doing? NG, meow, meow, meow is right there. And I'm taking your soft palate and it's going up. I'm doing it as bright as I can. Okay. So you can go through your whole range. Now, there are two types of voices. I need to tell you about that quickly because you already are like, what the heck is she doing? I hope is this benefiting you guys? Please let me know. I'm looking at you over here. Is any of this any help is helpful to you at all? Drink some water. It's already 7:30 and I'm not even halfway through. I gotta go a little faster, huh? All right. The one thing I want you to be able to do here, in using these resonators and articulators, uh, yeah, that was that was one of them. But another one is being able to use lip trills, and tongue rolls. Lip trills is when your lips are together. You know how you talk to the babies? This is something a child can do early years. I know from my niece, one of them, I wanted to see how early I can train a child in voice lessons. So I had my sister to listen to classical music before the child was born. And so it was like the Pavlov theory. I wanted the baby to be calm when she heard certain pieces and he heard certain pieces. So I used the Pavlov theory. And in doing this, every time they heard pieces, her stomach would stop moving and they just sort of relax. By the time the child got here, we used Brahms again, and we'll use Brahms lullaby and all the other pieces. Once again, the child was able to calm down. Then I started doing little things going, right? Very little. These small things will help you get your range. When I'm doing voice lessons for kids, I use it like a motorcycle. I teach them how to go through their vocal range using lip trills. Lip trills will help you to wake up your voice and get you using no nonsense syllables, helping you to use your vocal range to get you where you want to go. All right. Make sure you continue to practice that because when you practice it, you will find that these lip trills are so rewarding. Your mouth is loose and it's open, it's amiable for you to do the things you need to do. Next thing, articulate your words. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Go slow. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. I think that's how you say it. All right. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked. If you get it, Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of peppers. All right. So I even have to warm up and try it. And I want you to tell you something. First of all, there's nobody perfect. So keep practicing because practicing makes it work for you. The more you practice, the better you'll be. Don't come to master class and don't practice because before you get to class, I have already had to practice to make sure I'm ready for you. Okay? Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Picked a pack of pickled peppers. Picked a pack of pickled peppers. So, see what I'm saying? Go to the part that's bothering you the most and hit it and hit it and hit it and keep hitting it until you get where you want to be. All right? That's not just for that one, but for that's on multiple warm-ups for you. Okay? The next one. I always tell you about the lips and teeth and tip of tongue. Lips, use your lips. Lips and teeth and tip of tongue. 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 Practice it, because it will help you with your articulators. That's not just for a singer, that's for anybody, anywhere in the entire world. Okay? It will help you to speak and form your words correctly. All right? The next one, the next example will be tippity ta, tippity ta, tippity ta ta ta, tippity ta, tippity toe, tippity ta. Tippity ta, tippity ta, tippity ta ta toe. Tippity ta, tippity ta, tippity ta ta toe. All right? Practice that. Why? Now, what am I using? I'm using my teeth. All right? So you need to get those resonators together. You need to get your articulators together. All right? Does that help you? All right? So those are just some warm ups. I'm not even going to go to the falling snowflakes. Okay? I already told you the one where I want you to practice. Make sure you practice with your breathing. If you sit up tall and you use your breathing concept when you're filling it up, this will help you to calm down and release the seeping air. This will increase your breathing concept, your singing concept. All right. Now we're not even going to get into vibrato, which is something I was holding back, because you do have a natural vibrato where the voice have a natural quake. All right. That's the suspense in the voice. All right. So I'm going to rush through, because if you have any questions, please put your questions down now. I'll be more than happy to help you with that. Now, I've already talked to you. One thing I want you to practice. I did this for a women's group one day, but I want you to practice having a conversation. See how much conversation you can actually have on one voice without taking a breath. This will help you to be able to practice your phrasing. And as you're practicing the phrasing, it will get you a little bit further to where you want to be. Okay. All right. I already talked about your lip trills, the buzz on the lips. Let me see if I can get it out. See? Now, I taught band one year, and with the buzzing of the lips, with the lip trills, it buzzed anyway. Because it's new to you, not only is it going to buzz your lips, but it's also going to buzz your nose. All right. And the more you practice, you'll feel the blood going all through your body. Why? Because you are actually waking up the face. You're waking up, and you're getting your resonators together, and you'll be able to do something. I already talked about the hard palate is when it's down. Soft palate is when it's up, where you're able to touch the roof of the mouth. Tongue exercises we did already. Sirens is another good warm up for you. Now my sister thinks I'm crazy. I do these. She'll come downstairs real quick, but this will help your voice warm up really, really quick in the morning. These is something. This is something that I like. I love. This is my favorite one. From your voice, your voice is way up here. Oh, say the way up here. Every time I do this, all the way down to your chest voice, which is where you speak up here, and you can really be able to get a bell right here, okay? That type of thing. Another thing I use is if you can be able to go, ah. This will be able to, one, get you to open your mouth. Two, get you to feel the air against your hand and smell your own breath. Which you got to do anyway in the mask. Well, that's just I got to come up with a mask step. That's gonna be good. All right. All right. So wait a minute. Let me see. Can I go back? All right. So aesthetics of speaking, I'm not really gonna get into that tonight. But when you talk about the pitch of your voice, you up here, you can talk all up and down. But let me tell you something. Do not talk to everyone all the time with the same pitch and the same tone of your voice and the same volume. You know, if you talk like this all the time, you know how many people will talk to you and think that you have lost your mind. Nobody want to hear this because you know Johnny only can sing one note, and the note he sang was this. Nobody wants to talk to anybody with no emotions, sound like on the same pitch, and they saying whatever. You're in my class, you're gonna hear me talk. I'm just gonna talk like this. That's a hot mess. Nobody want that. Listen, people, use pitch inflection. Talk to people. Use your hands. This is not just talking. This is singing too. Put some passion into what you're saying. Make me believe it. If you don't believe it yourself, don't expect me to believe it. You understand? When you're singing, sing that to a point where people understand what you're saying. All right? I am changing. Trying in every way that I can. I am changing. If you don't believe you changing, if you can't feel your own music, please don't bring me your music. Just sit down. Sit down. Because nobody wants to hear somebody that have no emotions or no feeling. And you just getting up there singing your song. Go to the shower. Practice singing in the shower. You know, the best singers you find in the shower. Everybody sound good in the shower. Nobody in there to say, "Ooh, child, you sound terrible." I'm trying to tell you, go in the shower and practice some of these techniques I'm giving you. All right. You can go slow, you can go high, whatever it is, but this is what you're doing. Okay. So let's just rehash what I told you about. I told you about the levels of speaking. Do not speak in monotone. Do not shout at the people. Nobody wants you to holler. Please don't holler. Bring your voice down. Talk to them. All right? You can talk loud without screaming and hollering. All right? Now, see, that's something I had to learn the hard way because that's one of them things. They was like, "Child, would you please shut up?" All right? Let's talk about these are just some techniques that I wanted you to make sure you know, even with melody. Melody is you singing a song and the song has whatever pattern, whether it's happy birthday to you, happy birthday, the melody, you find your melody in there. Happy birthday to you. All right, you can improvise, you can embellish, but you do it for yourself, okay? Enjoy, believe in yourself in whatever song you're doing. Enjoy talking to other people while you're doing it and move people emotionally for what you're singing. If you can't move yourself, you might not move anybody else. But if you start singing from your soul, I mean, just sing. Everybody got soul. You do not have to be a certain color to be having no soul. Have some soul. That means sing down with passion. Believe what you're singing. Feel like you share the same values that you're talking to the other people because you want to make that connection with your audience. Okay. This is way past melody. I don't know why I put melody up there. Be excited and be strong in your speaking. Be strong in your vocal style. Okay. So now I'm losing my voice. I gotta get some more water because I can feel it. All right, rhythm. You should be dancing to your own beat. If you notice, after you're talking for so long, you gotta have water right there. Why? Because I've been talking to you for 48 minutes and your vocal cords get dry. They get dry. You can feel the mucus, it gets thick. So you need to be able to have some talking points there. All right. Now, uh, give me a beat. Let me see here. I don't have no beats yet. I have to get my own beat. Find the passion in what you're saying. I have a passion in what I'm saying to you guys, and I can talk about my passion. I can let you feel the rhythm of my soul. I can teach you and touch you. Listen, Music is everything to me. It's not something that I just talk about, but it is my life. It's what I live for. It's my passion. It's my being. I can speak musically with it. I can get creative with it. I have to be able to find my rhythm. I need to find my beat. How do I want to give it to you? Okay. Now, I'll give you a perfect example. There are various voice teachers out here. It's tons of voice teachers all over the world. And now we're all online. Oh my goodness. Every teacher has their own style. They got their own rhythm. And once you find your rhythm into what you're doing, and I'm not just talking about the rhythm of a song, but your passion on how you're going to sing something or say something, then you find your own niche in it and you make it your own. Okay. And this is what I want you to do. I really want you to do something, and I want you to get it back to me. And hi, Lyman. But I want you to find that and get it back to me. I want you to tell me, send something back, even if you have to inbox me. You got my email address, right? With the paact.llc@gmail. Send it back to me. I know I have it out there. If not, I'll put it in this description so you can be able to do it. But I want to hear you. I want to, whether it's singing or whether it's speaking, but I want you to find your rhythm. Find what how you can do it to make it your own, so it can really go with what you need. Okay. I'm going to skip through some things. Well, guys, I am getting to the end. Now, I want to talk to you about the master class that's coming up. And this master class is a 4-week class. Now, in this class, for the adults, you're going to learn your breathing techniques. You will master them and you will be able to use them. And we're going to be working one-on-one with you in this class. So, and that's those that are signing up for the class. We're trying to lock it out at 40 people per class. So those that will be in that class, you'll get a chance to work together as a team, because I want you guys to move from one unit to the next together, so you can be able to find your rhythm, find your body language. So as you notice that I'm not talking about singing lessons only. You're talking about singing lessons, speaking lessons, emotional acting lessons, passion, finding how you can be the star on the stage, whether it's speaking or singing, but finding your rhythm, okay? And being able to sing and give your story and speak your story and speak your truth, so you can be able to do what you need to do in the range. What is your vocal range? How be able to sing songs that work for you in your range? What's your genre? Do you know your genre? What's the style of music that you sound best in? What songs can you sing? Do you have songs that you can say, oh yeah, so and so sings stuff like that? That's their style. Do people even know you have a style? Listen, guys, I want you to really, really join these classes. Let's get you some audition techniques. Let's get you some speaking techniques so we can get where you need to be in these classes, okay? For the kids, oh my goodness, a child that's shy, that is not sure. All these classes will be essential for them to be able to come, open up, work together. I've had so many kids. I just had one just recently graduate as a journalism major. Now, when she first came to my studio, we talked about voice lessons. She walked out and never showed back up again within the year. Came back the next year and said, okay, I'm going to try this one more time. She had a beautiful voice, but she was so shy. And we put her in a group, like I'm putting you guys in a group. And there was one person that stood there and sung with her. Then, for she started singing by herself. Then, for she was going around for the company singing for us at different events. And before you know it, she winds up speaking on major platforms on national TV. And the child is just graduated from Howard University. So I applaud her on all her efforts. But listen, now it's your turn. This is your opportunity to get into these classes. These are 4-week master classes that will be starting September 15th. September 15th. So you want to get in there. I won't be just myself in there. I will be teaching some of the classes, but then you also have other experts experts with the health coaching so we can make sure that your core is solid and where you need to be so you can be happy and effective in these classes. And it will take as long as it takes so I can make sure that you're in there. So you're ranging at 90 minutes to 2 hours per class. Okay. So guys, make sure that you have that. You see my phone number and my email up there. So give me a call, let me know what you need, and I'll be more than happy to get you where you need to go. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know at this time because I am done. And woo, we did it in good timing too. Oh, my social media. You can always find me on the Performing Arts Academy of Connecticut page, or you can find me on. Let me get all of this out. No, I'm the wrong one for this. Let me see here. Anyway, you can find me on the Performing Arts Academy page, or you can find me on the Arts and CT page, or you can find me. What else? Oh, the pages are, I'm sorry, my sister's helping me out. The pages are artsinct.org, artsinct.org, or you can find me at uh, the Performing Arts Academy of Connecticut Facebook page, and you can find me, and that is Performing Arts Academy of CT LLC. All right. Any other questions? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, guys. And thank you so much for watching. Please share this video. I truly hope that it was informative for you and that you were able to get something out of it. And let me know if it's anything else that you would like to see or hear. I do look forward to you signing up for those classes. I do have a free voice lessons with Babs page. I am not on there as much regularly, but there are still videos there that you can be able to go and it can be an asset to you and your families. I thank you again. Please leave your comments below and let us know if you enjoyed the class. Thanks again. I am Babs Alexander, the International Vocal Coach. Our phone number is 203-936-8567. My email address is paact.llc@gmail.com. Or you can send me, go on to our nonprofit page, which is artsinct.org, and check out the programs there. Thanks again. Have a great day. Goodbye.